Let us now learn some more real life applications. So you can also use ChatGPT for learning and skill development. For example, if you want to learn a particular language, practicing new languages through prompts for conversations, grammar, and vocabulary. For example, if you want to learn French, what you'll do, you'll ask small things from ChatGPT to translate it to you in French. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's ask, translate this sentence into French. I would like to order coffee. So this is being translated in French. Now this sentence has been translated into French. So by asking small things, small prompts, you can learn something. Also, if you want to learn some coding or programming, you could also do using ChatGPT, solving coding problems and learning new programming concepts. For example, if you are learning Python and you are not able to understand loops from wherever you are learning, whether it may be a website, whether it may be a Udemy course, or maybe from some YouTube videos. If you are learning Python and you are not able to understand how loop works in Python, so what you'll do, you'll just prompt this to ChatGPT, how explain how a for loops works in Python. So there are two kinds of loop. That is, I think there is some network issue. So there are two kind of loop. One is for loop and the other is while loop. So you can see ChatGPT gives you the whole code also for variable in sequence. So now, for example, if you were learning for loop in Python, it is used to iterate over a sentence such as a list, tuple, dictionary, set, or string. So now the basic structure for loop is for variable in sequence. So now there is a variable, is a placeholder. It will explain you everything. Now it will also give you an example. For example, so basically I'll just tell you what is a for loop. For loop is basically a loop like we have this list, fruits, apple, banana, and cherry. Now for fruit in fruit, so fruit is now a variable. Fruit is this particular, it is a variable. So apple, banana, this is a fruit, and fruits is a list of fruits. So now if you want to print fruit, so one by one all the fruits will be printed. Now in another example, like iterating over a string, so in hello letters all the letters will be like HELLO. Now you can also use it in range. It has given you multiple examples, iterating it over a dictionary, and many use cases. So using ChatGPT, you could also learn programming and coding. We also have a special dedicated section towards using AI at work and making website and app development or mobile development using ChatGPT. You could just build your website even if you don't know web design. If you don't know how to develop a website, you could just build your website using ChatGPT. Now you can also use ChatGPT in your professional development also. Like for example, if you are preparing for some interview, so practicing common interview questions and improving responses. For example, there's a prominent question in an interview that they ask you what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. So you could just give a prompt to ChatGPT, how should I answer the interview question, what are your strengths and weaknesses. So what you need to do, you need to just go on ChatGPT and give this prompt. Now ChatGPT will tell you some strategies to craft some effective responses. So for strengths, first you need to identify relevant strengths. Focus on strengths that are directly related to the job you are applying for. For example, if it's a video editing job, so you need to be telling that your strength is the greatest strength is video editing, or maybe some examples, or using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. For example, it gives you also an example. One of my key strengths is project management. In my previous role, I led a team to implement as a new software system. Within a huge 3-month deadline, I coordinated between various departments, kept the project on schedule, and ensured clear communication. As a result, we successfully launched the system on time, improving the efficiency by 20%. So, using the STAR method, so first you gave a situation, then a task was allotted to you, what action you took, and what result you delivered. So this is a STAR method. Using this, you could tell your strength. For telling your weaknesses, you could choose a real weakness, like it says that avoid cliches like I am a perfectionist, which can come off as disingenuous, right? So now show some self-awareness and improvement. Acknowledge your weakness and discuss the steps you are taking to improve it, right? If there is something if you have a weakness, so you are doing something to improve it, you should always end something in an interview positively, on a positive note. So now there is an example for this. One area I am working on is my public speaking skills. In the past, I have found presenting in front of large groups challenging. To address this, I have enrolled in a public speaking course and have been actively seeking opportunities to present at smaller meetings. This has helped me build confidence and improve my delivery. So there are, it also gives you some tips to be honest and authentic, tailor your answer to the job, stay positive, putting it all together. For example, strengths and weakness. So you could give an interview like this. Let us see some more real life examples. Like for example, if you have to build a resume, getting help with writing and optimizing resumes and cover letters. So now write a cover letter for a software engineering position. So earlier what you used to do, you used to write a cover letter on your own, but now you don't need to. You just need to edit a little bit. ChatGPT will generate a cover letter for you. So for example, if you are writing a letter, so all the details, your name, your address, city, email, phone number, and your personal details, you have to enter it, and which company to where you are applying. So you have to enter that company's detail. Now it will give you all the body. So now you have to enter these basic details only. What is the company name, where you found the job, and what all do you know. You just need, like, I hold a bachelor's degree in computer science from this university. Maybe you have a bachelor's of engineering in computer science, or maybe you have a bachelor's of science in computer science. So you just need to check and edit. All right. So we just wrote, like, very bluntly to ChatGPT, write a cover letter for a software engineering position. If you give some details, now you have to do some customization, highlight your personal achievements, professional tone, contact information, call to action. These are some key points to note. But if you give your details, like for example, my name is Harsh, add this to the cover letter, right? So what it will do, it will add my name to the cover letter. There is some network issue, that is why the load is failing again and again, but in the second attempt. So see, it wrote my first name, I didn't tell my last name, so it has left some space, like that I have to enter my last name. As in professionalism, you should enter your full name. If I also write hiring manager's name, company address, so you could also do from here. Now coming to some more examples. So in professional development, you could do interview preparation, resume building. So in this section, we are just taking an overview what you can do with ChatGPT. Now in the coming sections, for example, if there is a section for like health and personal development, so in that particular section, we will be completely focusing on health and personal development in depth. So you will be seeing that you could do a lot. This is just an overview. These are just few examples of all the topics we are going to cover. Now let us come to everyday task, recipe ideas, finding new recipes and meal planning. Give me a recipe for a healthy vegan dinner. So now let us prompt this to ChatGPT. That give me a recipe for healthy vegan dinner. Now this is a chickpea and spinach curry. So it's nutritious, it's flavorful, and it's easy to prepare. So first it will tell you what all ingredients you need. So you could check if you have all the ingredients or not, whether you want to order it or not. And then there are instructions. Prepare the aromatics, add the spices, and so and so and so. So you could just, and it also gives you some tips. So you could just do it using ChatGPT in seconds. Now, if you want to do travel planning, create itineraries and finding travel tips. Plan a 3-day itinerary for a trip to Tokyo. For example, for example, I don't know nothing about Tokyo, and I don't know what all should I see, how should I plan my itinerary for Tokyo. So I'll just give a prompt to ChatGPT, and it will generate a response for me. So it is covering traditional culture, modern attractions, shopping, and food. So for example, it will tell me in morning, I should visit the Sensoji temple, and it's the most oldest and famous temple of Tokyo. And there is Sumida River cruise. I don't know whether I am pronouncing it right or wrong. Take a relaxing cruise along the Sumida River for a different perspective of city. Cruises often run from this to this. In afternoon, you can do this, and so like for day one, it is giving you something. For day two, for evening and all, it is give for day two modern Tokyo. You should go to this market and that. For example, it is giving me for mix of traditional culture, modern attractions, shopping, and food. For example, I just have to edit this and I will write add the most famous markets of Tokyo. My purpose is to see monuments and do shopping. So this was all the about Tokyo. If I want to say that my preference for visiting Tokyo is my preference for visiting Tokyo is markets and monuments. So it will take me to markets and monuments. So focusing on markets and monuments, now the itinerary will be designed such that markets and monuments will be focused. So all the monuments like, the temple, the tourist information center, in the morning I should do these two, in the lunch I should go here. So it can also plan my travel itinerary, right? So ChatGPT could be used in daily life like this. Now let us see the importance of effective prompts. So effective prompts are essential because they ensure relevance. Clear and specific prompts lead to more relevant and useful responses. Whatever you need, ChatGPT will give you a response of that particular thing only. If you give it a broad spectrum, it will cover like most of the things, but not in depth. If you are specific about something, so it will give you the answer for the particular detail in depth. Now it also saves time. Well crafted prompts help user to get accurate information quickly. You don't have to go to Google, look at some other website. Like for example, planning for Tokyo, you have to go to different blog sites, some travel blog sites, or you would watch some YouTube videos to do so, but that all process will take a lot of time, and this process you could just it will give you a result in seconds. So now enhance creativity. Prompts can stimulate creative ideas and solutions that users might not think of on their own. Sometimes you can't think of some creative ideas, like for example copywriting, content writing, and giving titles, how to make thumbnails, how to make clickbait videos, or anything unique, something creative. So you might not be able to think about that, but ChatGPT will definitely help you about this. Now improve learning. Detailed and precise prompts can help users learn more efficiently by focusing on specific areas of interest or difficulty. For example, you are doing a course from somewhere else, but for example you don't understand a particular topic from that course. So what you can do, you can come to ChatGPT and you could just make up a good prompt. It will take you a minute or so, and it will give you result in seconds, and you could understand like very quickly. It is one of the like fastest method to understand. Whether you don't have a Twitter, whether you don't have a tutor, or you don't have some good playlist, or you don't have a course, you could learn everything for free and quickly. So this is how effective prompts help you in day-to-day life. So now in the next section, we'll be using ChatGPT for health and personal development. This is like going to be one of the most important sections, section 3, because it will tell you about personal development and this is going to be one of the most important sections, section 3, using ChatGPT for health and personal development, because nothing is above health, right? So do come in this section and I'll meet you there. Till then, bye bye, take care.